Hi and welcome. My name is Diana, and this is MetCon 5.0, week 3. We're working on our moderate contractions at our medium tempo. I'm so excited that you're joining me today. Let's take a run through of our needs list and we'll get started. So today we're going to use a set of medium or medium light dumbbells. We're going to use these for a push press, so whatever you're comfortable pressing overhead. Number 2, we're going to use a heavy kettlebell or a heavy dumbbell. We're going to use this for swings, but if you're comfortable with your goblet grip on the top of your dumbbell, then you can go ahead and use the dumbbell for that exercise. And then our last need today is going to be our high attachment point with our medium heavy resistance band, and we're going to be using this for our alternated row. So once again, that's our high attachment point, and we're going to look for our medium or heavy band to perform those rows. Also today, we'll be coming down to the floor, so we'll need our mat or our comfortable floor surface, and we're going to also use a wall for a little balance assist in some of our stretching. So once again, thank you for being here. I'm delighted to move in this way with you. As always, we're going to start with a warm-up. It's going to be a series of dynamic and static movements that get the body prepped. Second, we'll move into our MetCon 1 that we'll perform for 7.5 minutes. We'll move into MetCon 2 that we'll perform for 7.5 minutes. That makes up our 15-minute workout right in the middle. And then we'll wrap it up today with our dynamic cool down, returning the body back to steady state. So without further ado, our warm-up is going to start with our hamstring kickouts. We're going to pull our knee up to our chest, catch behind the knee, and we're going to kick our leg out long and then set it down. Take the second side. We'll take 5 of these on each side, warming up the hip flexors, but stretching out those hamstrings. Good. Here's 2. And 3. 4. And 5. Excellent. We'll take it down. Let's move over to our wall surface. We're going to catch our heel behind our hip, and then we're going to tuck our tailbone to drive our hip forward, shorten your abdomen, and feel into the stretch in the front of the hip as well as the front of the thigh. And release that side down. We'll go ahead and spin around to take the second side. So holding onto that wall, catch that other heel behind your hip, drive the kneecap down towards the floor as you tuck your tailbone, engaging that glute. Take a couple breaths right here. Excellent. Let's release that foot. Next, we're going to get into our shoulders. So we're going to rest our fingertips right up at the tops of our shoulders, and we'll sweep our elbows forward and then press them back. Notice how you can really get a good stretch across the chest as those elbows move back behind you. There's 3 and 4 and 5. Excellent. Let's release our arms. We'll take 5 circles with our arms fully extended. Reach up. That's our inhale. Press back and down on our exhale. Here's 3 and 4 and 5. Excellent. All right, let's step our feet out a little bit wider. We're going to keep our hips facing forward, but we're going to take a standing torso rotation. So this should feel a little bit reminiscent to our spinal twist if we're down on the floor. We're just loosening up the torso. We're getting a little twist through the spine, getting everything ready and warmed up for what's to come. If it feels good, continue that twist all the way up through your head and neck by looking over your shoulder as you take that twist. Good. Let's take 3 more to each side. Here's 3 and 2 and 1. Excellent. All right, that completes our warm up. Let's go ahead and have a sip of water. We'll move into learning about our circuit number one. In our circuit number one, our only piece of equipment that we're going to be using is our surface beneath us. That's our mat. And we're going to be using that dumbbell set that's something medium light to us. Okay, so we've got our mat beneath us. We've got our medium light weights. We're going to start our circuit. This is going to be time-based, 30 seconds each. We're going to use our medium light dumbbells for our push press. So that's going to be taking a micro bend in the knees, using that acceleration of the hips and knees to propel those weights overhead. That's our movement number one. Our movement number two is our swimming supers. Okay, so superhumans, we're going to come down to our tummy on our mat, and we're going to reach the arms forward, and we're going to lift our shoulders and legs off the floor as we swim, and then come all the way down to touch. And we'll take that motion repetitively for the 30 seconds. I do want to invite you, if you're feeling really strong today, you can stay lifted and take the swimmers for the whole 30 seconds without touching the body down. So I just want to give you that variation. If you're like, oh, I need to ramp that up a notch, let's go ahead and hold that lifted super. Okay, our last exercise is our squat jacks. Let me give you a couple of variations. So our squat jack is going to start with kind of a sumo stance body weight squat, and then we're going to come up into our jack. Okay, if that's just not so kind on the pelvic floor and that's not a movement you want to get into today, we're going to go ahead and sub our step jacks in place of that squat jack. Okay, so once again, we've got 30 seconds. We're going to start with our medium light dumbbells for our push press, 30 seconds in our swimming supers, either up and down or staying lifted. We'll finish up with our squat jacks or our step jacks for our 7.5 minutes. Let's go ahead and grab our dumbbell set. Soft bend in the knees to start. Here we go, on an exhale. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set those to the side. We're coming down to our tummy for our swimming supers. We'll lift up and swim around. Extra lift as the arms go back by the body. And then once again, you can stay lifted or come down to touch in between reps. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press yourself up, and we're into our squat jacks. Here we go. Three, 2, 1. Good. Think about those dumbbells and go get them. Soft bend in the knees. Exhale on the push. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Release those weights down. Take to your tummy. Let's swim. 5, 4, 3, 2. Press yourself up. We're back to our squat jacks. 3, 2, 1. Release it. Grab your weights. Push, press. 5. Release it. Good. To your tummy. Let's go swimming. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Make your way up. Squat jacks. 5. And release. Good. Grab those weights. Doing great. 3, 2, 1. To your tummy. Great work. 3, 2, 1. Up we go. We've got our 2-minute warning. 3, 2, 1. Push, press. Here we go. It's our last time through it. Good. Work those elbows all the way straight at the top. 5. Good. Release it down. All right. Last time with our swimmers. Come on down. 3, 2, up. We've got our last set of squat jacks. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Give yourself a little break, grab a sip of water. Great work. We're going to let that heart rate drop down just for a moment here. Grab some water. All right. So you remember from earlier, we've got a medium heavy kettlebell. We've got our high anchor with our band, medium to heavy resistance. All right, and then our last exercise is just like before, just down on our mat. All right, so for those of you who've got a kettlebell, we're gonna go ahead and take our feet out wide. Our first exercise is our kettlebell swings. All right, let me turn this sideways. We want to work a really powerful hinge here. So it's a glute exercise. And we're gonna let the arms swing all the way up in front as we propel that weight. I just wanna show you, if you're a dumbbell user at home, you've not got those kettlebells, we're just gonna grip that top end of our dumbbell and perform the same exercise like so, okay? So we've got 30 seconds of our kettlebell swings. Our exercise number 2, we're gonna drop back down. We're gonna slide our hands right under our hips, and we're gonna flutter kick our feet, okay? If that's feeling like it's moving into the low back, instead of flutter kicking, we're gonna go ahead and march those knees, okay? That knee bend is gonna give us a little more length and a little more space to keep that low back secure. Our last exercise, we're taking our band in our high attachment, and we're gonna alternate our mid row, all right? Palms are facing each other through that contraction. We're pulling the shoulder blade to the spine as we pull that band back. Make sure to keep your shoulder blades relaxed, and we want to keep our eyes and chin and head all up at neutral. So we've got this incredible posture that we're strengthening through our posture there as well, okay? So we're gonna give ourselves about 20 more seconds of deep breaths so that we're starting right on our 30-second mark. And we've got our kettlebell ready. We've got our band ready. We've got our space for our flutter kicks. Ready? All right, 10 seconds. Once again, 30 seconds at each of these. We're going for 7.5 minutes. You've got it. If you need a pause, you take pause. Here we go. Five. Release it. Come down to your back. Support your hips with your hands. Legs are hovering. And we're flutter kicking. Three, two, one. Make your way up. Grab your band. Walk it way back. Squat it down partially. We're going to take that side to side. Awesome. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2. Safely release that band of yours. Grab that kettlebell. Here we go. And release it. Great work. Come on down. Support your low back. And flutter kick, straight or bent legs, whatever you need. 5. And we're up. Grab that band, walk it back. 3, 2, 1. Safely release. Grab that kettlebell of yours. And we're off. Four, 3, 2, and release it. Onto your back. Flutter kicks. 3, 2, 1. Jump up. We've got our rows. Take it way back. Good. Drop into those legs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Grab that kettlebell. Three, 2, 1. Take it down to the ground. Here's our 2-minute warning. 5. Good. Press yourself up. Grab your band. Take it back. Squat it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's think if this is the finale. We're going to go through it one more time. Here we go. Swings. 3, 2, release it safely onto your back. It's our last time with our flutter kick. 5, 4, 3, 2, release it. We've got our last movement of the day, our rows. Take it up, step it back, and pull. 3, 2, 1, friends. Great work. Let's release that. Let's start our cool down with a nice big sip of water. And we'll go ahead and proceed by helping the body back to that steady state. All right. We're going to start our cool down with our standing overhead side bends. Let's go ahead and separate the feet a little bit. Soft bend in the knees. Let's take those arms overhead. Catch that left wrist in the right hand. We'll take a side bend to the right. Pause here, breathe in. Take that stretch a little further on your exhale. Reach those arms back up overhead. Catch the right wrist in the left hand. Take your pull over to the left. Take a big breath in. Take it a little further on the exhale. Let's do it one more time. Reach up again. Bend over to the right. One breath in. One breath out. Reach back up through the middle and take it to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome work. Let's go ahead and separate our feet really wide. We're going to turn our toes in on each other. And then we're going to hinge right at the hips. Take a forward fold. And you want to feel this in your shins. You're going to feel it right in the outside of your shins. And then you're going to also feel your inner thighs, your hamstrings, maybe your glutes and your low back lengthening. Go ahead and crawl your fingertips through your legs if that feels comfortable. And then you can try shifting your body weight from your toes towards your heels ever so subtly, changing that stretch. Let's pause here. Let the chin drop all the way to the chest. One more big breath in. And a big breath out. And let's curl our body up to stand one vertebrae stacking at a time. Your chin is going to rise up last. We're going to move onto our back. We're going to take our butterfly. So we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. We'll let our knees drop out wide. You can bring a hand to your heart center, your belly center. Great way to check in with your breathing as you wrap up something intense like MetCon. Go ahead and let those knees fall out wide, feeling that stretch through the inner thighs. And then almost reverse of this, we're going to take our feet out wide. It's almost like our hip bridge position, but maybe a bit wider. And then we're going to toggle or windshield wiper our knees side to side. It's called dynamic deer. Dropping that outside knee inward towards the midline. Notice if you can get a great stretch across the hip flexor, maybe even up into the low back. Good. Go ahead and wiper those knees from side to side one more time. Beautiful. Let's draw our knees into our chest, give them a squeeze. You can either rock and roll to come up to your seated or standing position, or simply rock over to the side. I hope that that class felt exceptional within your body. It sure did feel good for me. And I hope you go forward and have yourself a great day, a nice blend of activity and maybe some rest. And I will catch up with you again soon at our next live class or in your own workout. And just a big reminder, if questions arise, it's Diana at bridgefitnesstraining.com. Take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye-bye.